Hi, and welcome to Faith into Greatness. Today, the Lord inspired me to talk about lack of integrity and how the consequences truly they carry on, and they're far more exponential than you may realize. Oftentimes, people will carry on with the lack of integrity thinking it's no big deal. They're not doing it to be bad or malicious most of the time. Most of the time, they'll just make up information to move things along, or they'll just make up something to move it along, or whatever it is just to get by. But a lot of people don't realize how their lack of integrity will carry on and have major consequences down the road. Let me give you guys an example. By the way, the Lord expects us to give our word and for our word to be good as gold. Meaning, when we give our word, we need to stick by what we say we're going to do. And if we're not going to stick by it, we need to advise somebody to the same. So let me share with you guys. And this information is just for illustration purposes. So in my line of work as a litigation attorney, I work on a team with many other attorneys. And oftentimes, the way that the defense team and the teams of attorneys are prepared to come on board a litigation when it's already ongoing is by receiving different training manuals and different training procedures that we are responsible to, catch up, get ourselves caught up to speed so we can hop on a litigation matter seamlessly. Now, of course, they have managers on every team to answer questions as they come up for other attorneys regarding certain pieces of information we were given and things of this nature. However, you can just see by the line of questioning people ask in our group chats that they haven't read the instructions that were given to them. Now, on my project, I was approved, the attorneys were approved to work 88 hours in a week. Now, this is an insane amount of hours. We wouldn't have to work all these hours if people had integrity. Check this out. Every time somebody pretends to know what they're doing on my team and does something and moves it along, someone else has to come in like myself. They have to fix it, which costs money, which takes up more time, and pushes back, puts pressure on our team with upcoming deadlines that can't be moved, okay? So that person's lack of integrity spreads across the whole entire team. Now we're all carrying the weight of that person's lack of integrity, and the organization that's paying us is carrying that weight because they're paying, and they're going to keep paying and keep paying because the work isn't getting done at the rate that it should be getting done. Because why? Because people don't have integrity. They're not reading the instructions. They're wasting a lot of time asking questions they don't need to ask, and so much more. And it carries on. Here's another example. I had a matter where I asked somebody, I was getting insurance coverage for my business. I started my business and I work. So for my business, I was getting insurance coverage for someone. I asked somebody, what has to get done? This person gives me an answer. When I get pictures, what the person's answer demonstrated to me was that they were not telling the truth. They lacked integrity. Perhaps they received this information from someone else and that person lacked integrity. But do you see? Then I send the information off to my underwriter, and it looks like I lack integrity because I relied on someone's response as to what was going on a particular project. Now, my reputation was on the line, and on and on and on. Oftentimes, when people give a simple answer, they're thinking, no big deal. But in this latter example I just gave, it affected quite a few people because after we received the correct response, we had to go back and redo all the work we had already started. This is what I mean. It costs to lack integrity. I hope this message blesses you all. Despite thinking that maybe your little minute lack of integrity is no big deal, think again. I implore you, if you lacked integrity and there's a way you could go back in the past and change it and tell the truth, go and do it. Hire an attorney, get counsel, get advice. But don't be the person who's walking around with the lack of integrity. Hope this message blesses you all. Take care, and God bless.